So, today I will be talking about the unrealistic beauty standards that advertisements supply and the harmful effects that this has on young girls. According to a report made by Common Sense Media, the average teen spends nearly 9 hours a day browsing some form of media. Within that time, they are subject to up to thousands of ads, which are filled with standards that are mostly unattainable. Advertising has such a powerful effect on people and the way that they believe that they should look. Solstice East claims that 88% of girls say that they compare themselves to images in the media, and half of those girls claim that they feel negatively affected by this. I know growing up, I personally felt this effect and constantly compared myself to the girls I saw in those ads. The average American woman is a size 14, while models that sign with the Association of Models Agency are recommended to be no larger than a size 2. As if this wasn't thin enough, the size 2 models are then photoshopped and digitally touched up in ways to make them meet perfection. On top of just size, models are often tall and light skinned, excluding a huge portion of the American and world population. Jean Kilburn, who is a researcher at Harvard, quoted that women and girls compare themselves to these images every day, meaning those ads, and failure to live up to them is inevitable because they are based on a flawlessness that doesn't exist. She then continues on to say that we end up comparing ourselves to an image that is completely artificial, absolutely constructed, and has nothing to do with human beings. She even pointed out that famous former supermodel Cindy Crawford once quoted that she wished she looked like Cindy Crawford, essentially acknowledging the artificial appearance she has on the screen from all of the Photoshop and touch ups. Kilburn then continues on to say that the American ideal of beauty has become so persuasive that 50% of 3 to 6 year old girls worry about their weight, and also that within 3 years after the arrival of the TV, the number of teens at risk of having an eating disorder more than doubled. So, this proves that these advertisements are detrimental to the self esteem and eating habits of developing girls, and it is a huge issue in the emerging media. Now, what can be done about this problem? Some say that parents should monitor their child's social media and access online to limit their exposure to these harmful things, which is true, but to an extent. The real problem stems from those large companies and influencers who have such an impact on the public, and they should be making movements toward body inclusivity with size, skin color, and more. One example of a company who has begun contributing to this solution is Aerie, a women's clothing company who is known for their hashtag #AerieReal campaign. The campaign hit the street in 2014 when they pledged to not retouch their images in any way, and they used models of all skin types and sizes in their advertisements. Since then, they have added in models with varying conditions or disabilities, such as models with vitiligo, which is a skin condition, colostomy bags, models in wheelchairs, and more. This further promotes body inclusivity and speaks to larger and larger audiences. This shift in advertising resulted in a 26% increase in profit for Aerie in 2016, shortly after the campaign had launched. And it also allowed them to reach $1 billion in sales in 2021, suggesting that the nation also supported this movement. Individual celebrities have also spoken up about making a solution to this problem in the emerging media. For example, Danielle Brooks, who is known for her role in the show Orange is the New Black, spoke up about the need for change in the media. She stated, "Ideally, I want to see all beauties, all shapes, all sizes, all skin tones, all backgrounds represented in my profession. Now that I am blessed to be that reflection I was once looking for, I'm making a promise to speak out to that little girl that I used to be." She chose to use her platform to be a voice of inclusivity for young girls like she once needed and prove that any body type, skin type, and more is beautiful and that you don't need to fit into the standards of the media to be beautiful. So now that companies and celebrities are preaching body inclusivity in the media and voicing for representation of all body types, skin types, and overall inclusivity, hopefully there will be a chance in advertisements or change in advertisements to save the self esteem of developing girls across the world.